sleeping, eating, pooping. My favorite things. I don't need a routine to do them. I'm gonna do them because it's natural to a human and also something I enjoy. Why is it important to do what you don't like? I'm gonna give you 10 points. Let's go. This is the only way to grow. Here's a good example. Walking in a park versus running in a park. If you run in a park, you get better. If you walk in a park, nothing improves. It just relaxes you. That's first example. This is the way to make something you don't like, something you like. An example. A lot of people don't like gym and they quit it first week. If you're gonna continue going to the gym, you're gonna find something you love about the gym and it will become way easier to keep yourself in shape. The other example will be healthy eating. If you start healthy eating after fast food, everything tastes bland, water sucks, cola better, burger is more fun than salad. But after a few weeks, the improvements you're gonna experience in your health and well-being will give you such high that you will get satisfaction and you'll find a way to like what most people do not like. That's number 2. It's the same principle used in anime, One Piece. Luffy loves eating. Luffy loves sleeping. That is his most passionate thing he does. Would you watch an anime where Luffy only sleeps and eats? That's it. You will not watch, you would quit this anime right away. So what Luffy does is constantly fighting those who are stronger than him and going to horrible, scary islands, and that makes him stronger with every single arc and episode. And that shows you the growth of the character. So living life this way is way better, and you watch the anime and you enjoy watching that, and that's an example that you would not watch somebody who just does what they like, because that's not enjoyable. Number 4, this is the best way to understand other people and cultures. We do not understand each other, especially the further, the more different cultures they are, we do not understand each other. And there is a lot of conflict, there is a lot of hate in the world. The way you beat that is by inserting yourself in that culture, in the culture you don't understand or you don't like. And after some time, you will find a way to love it and like it, and you will find great things about it. Every culture has problems and good things and special things, but the only way you can find them is by living and breathing with that culture, including language, people, and environment. After a while, you will find a way to love any human and any culture there is. That's my number 4. Number 5, there might be a job that gives you a lot of money, but you do not like it. The reality is, doing a job you love is a privilege. But if you do the job you don't like and that job gives you money, you will win, because if you get money, you can win financial independence, and after that, you can do whatever you want. You can open business, you can focus on everything you love. But that's the importance of doing what you don't like in the first place, so later you can do only what you love. Number 6, it creates a contrast. And that is the best way to make what you love 10x more enjoyable. If you love eating tasty meals, a fast food meal, a restaurant meal, and if you do it every day, you're gonna hate it, or it's gonna become average. But if you're at home and you eat healthy meals like salads, like blend rice, chicken, stuff like that, then every time you go to fast food place or a restaurant, let's say once a week, you're looking forward to that meal. And when you have it, you feel 10x satisfaction. That is the same reason why, that's why a person who drinks once a week on a weekend feels immense relaxation and joy, and the person who drinks every day is a miserable alcoholic. Same thing I would say with cola. If you drink cola every day, you become an addict. If you drink cola at the end of the day or on the weekends, you feel enjoy and satisfaction and you feel relaxed. It creates contrast. Doing things you don't like makes things you like a lot more enjoyable. Number 7, it trains the discipline. Doing what you like does not require discipline. You just do it and you get joy from every second. Sleeping, eating, pooping, my favorite things. I don't need a routine to do them. I'm gonna do them because it's natural to a human and also something I enjoy. Yeah, my life is very fun. Anyway, going back to that, if you do things you do not like, let's say eating healthy, going to gym, shower, if you start, if you do them every day and push yourself to do them every day, you create the discipline in yourself and you become a disciplined person. Discipline is part of character. For me, for example, the hardest one was getting somewhere on time or early. Always late, and I'm proud to be late, but that's horrible trait and I shouldn't have it. So whenever I show up late, people are always not late, early. Whenever I show up early, people are always grateful and happy. Showing up early is good for people, for relationship, and for work. And I'm trying to train this part of myself. So it creates discipline, and with each time it gets easier. Discipline is very important for your mental health as well, and routine as well. Discipline, routine. So that's good for you, for your mental health, and for everyone around you. It's almost the same as playing Bloodborne, Dark Souls, or Sekiro. Those games show you what happens when you die 500 times and you win one time. Do you remember going against a boss in a Bloodborne, like Orphan or Ludwig? It was hell, right? You lose 100 times in a row. You can spend your entire day losing. But the fact that you don't give up and you get to the point where you beat that boss, and for me that was definitely Ludwig, that motherfucker from Bloodborne. Oh my god, I cannot stand him. Or for example, Ishin, the Sword Saint from Sekiro, the greatest boss ever designed. Why? Well, because he kicks your ass and you can spend days fighting him. I spent, I think, day and a half, and when I beat him, I felt immense satisfaction, and I felt like this was the greatest boss ever designed and made, because everything he does is so mechanically perfect, and it trains you in such a way that you start to react to everything he does in a perfect way. And when I finally beat him, I have not lost health or did anything, because every move, every breath he takes, I memorized. I was like, jump, await, attack, jump, block, counter-attack, all that shit. I perfected to the point where it was the easiest fight after 500 deaths. But my god, I would never trade this for anything. It's amazing experience. So play Dark Souls, play Souls games, and you will find what it feels like. Do what you don't like, and over time it will make you feel way more satisfied about your life. That's another example. 9. If you do what you don't like, you will be able to reprogram yourself. And by that I mean you can get almost a superpower. And one of the things, two things I do and I see a lot of people not liking and complaining about is physical exercise plus active lifestyle, like walking all the time, going somewhere all the time, and going to gym. Give me immense joy in life. I hate the day where I don't get to exercise or walk. This is the worst day in my life. I have to be walking, I have to be exercising, I need to be physically active. It's the best. And I wasn't always like that. Long time in the past, my perfect day was start a game, spend the whole day at home playing game until 4 a.m. and then wake up at 12 p.m., eat and play a game all day. Now my day is leave my house, spend all day outside doing walking, physical exercise, and also studying, aka learning language. I hated learning languages when I was young. I could not do it. Now every time I learn language, I feel immense happiness and satisfaction. Every time I learn new word and new phrase, I feel amazing. No game, nothing gave me a feeling like that. I was able to turn exercising and learning into my superpower. That's what happens if you do something you don't like for a long time. It opens a new experience. What do I mean by that? I've met people who specifically do not like Japanese anime or Japanese food. I was a big fan of anime because the first thing I saw when I was born was Naruto. I watched Naruto since I was like 2, because I was born the day Naruto came out, right? So I watched it, and I was, from my childhood, I was already open for anime. I've met people who was like, I will never watch this, anime is weird, it's trash, it's for children, blah blah blah. You heard that. But if when I push those people, I was like, you need to watch Attack on Titan, you need to watch JoJo, you need to watch that. And when they watched it, those people were blown away. And some of those people were in my family, and they were even like older people. And they still find immense joy in watching JoJo. Would they normally do that? No. But because I pushed them, and they pushed themselves too, they were able to enjoy something they never thought they could. And that's also what happens when you travel. Some people, all they do for vacation, go to the same place. I know so many Canadian and American people who only go to Cancun in Mexico. That's it. Cancun, Mexico, Mexico, US, Cancun, Mexico, Cancun, Mexico to Canada. That's it. That's all people do. But there is no joy. The joy comes when every time you go on vacation, you go to a new country. Is it stressful? Maybe. Is it hard? Yes. Does it feel like something you do not like at first? Yes. But once you arrive to a new destination, you feel immense joy of a new environment. It feels amazing, you absorb it, and this way maybe you can find your favorite country and your favorite place in the entire world. It's worth discovering new experiences. And let's be honest, almost every experience that is new, if you tell somebody to try something new, is experience people do not like until they start liking it. So it opens you to new cultures, new animes, new countries, new languages, new foods, and everything. Eating raw fish sounds insane depending where you come from, which part of the world you come from, because that can kill you. Then you go to Japan and they eat everything raw, even chicken, and you're like, I will never eat fish raw because I don't want to die. But then you realize it's safe, you start eating it, you don't really like it, but after years and years, you train yourself and you find it incredible experience. It is not something you can be born with, but after a time, that experience becomes a pure joy. Another example, I used to hate drinks, and everybody who drinks, I was like, drinking sucks, you shouldn't drink, this is stupid. Now, I crave a beer every weekend. I'm like, I need a bottle of beer. And you know what? I'm not alcoholic. I might drink once a week, I might drink once a month, but I open my mind to it and I understand it in a social context, and I also understand it in a taste-wise. I had some delicious beer, but 5 years ago, I would tell you that drinking and people who drink, I just do not like them. Now, I'm fine with that. So, new experience. This was my point number 10. And guys, if you like the videos, please like, subscribe, and comment about your experiences. What did you do that you didn't like? And I will see you in the next video, which probably will be another food review in Korea. And then we're going to China, Thailand, and more. See you next time. Bye bye.